So, this video was actually going to be different. A lot different. I was going to be trying to cover a topic I, at first, believed that I had enough information and context to cover, but as I was going about making the video, it just didn't sit right with me, as I was actually disagreeing with my own points as I was writing them out. So, the topic for this video today is going to be a little different. A video that has one of the points I made in my original scrapped video. This point being that Wuthering Waves does not have to be more successful than Genshin Impact. I see a lot of people, and even hear and see some people's takes in other discords and on YouTube, believing that Wuthering Waves has to be better than Genshin Impact on almost all fronts. This just simply isn't the case. I believe that it's foolish to try and put Wuthering Waves to such a high financial standard so early on when not everyone has been able to get our hands on the fully released product. Now, allow me to say that I, personally, do believe that Wuthering Waves would be an objectively better game than Genshin Impact, as it will do things and have things I like more than what Genshin has, down to its genre and combat. But this is about the game's objective success financially and to the entire gacha community's eyes as a whole. In order for something to be successful, it does not have to be the best. Sure, a certain degree of success is needed indeed, but the standard in which people are trying to hold Wuthering Waves is a mistake. As I have mentioned previously on streams before, this is Kuro Games' first time making a game like this, to my own personal knowledge at least. People are putting far too much pressure and expectations for a game that is being built outside of the company's niche. It's a completely different way to tell a story, to traverse its world, and handling of characters than Punishing Gray Raven. If people continuously put so much pressure on Wuthering Waves, they will end up ruining the game for themselves on release. I know people are excited about the innovation of Gray Raven-esque combat in an open world, but I do believe we should dial back the expectations and maybe even the overexcitement a little more. Now, allow me to clarify. I love almost everything I'm seeing about Wuthering Waves. I confidently believe that I will enjoy Wuthering Waves far more than Genshin Impact. I remember playing PGR for the first time and thinking to myself how cool this game would be if everything was the same, but it had an open world attached to it. Besides, there's a reason I have been playing Genshin Impact less and less over the years, especially after I discovered Punishing Gray Raven over a year ago, and upon HSR's release. But this isn't about whether Wuthering Waves will be better subjectively to the individual. It's about whether it's okay to put this diamond-crushing pressure of wanting Wuthering Waves to objectively succeed so outright that it either kills Genshin or at the very least receives so much praise that Genshin's numbers gets cut so significantly they would be able to call Wuthering Waves the top-grossing gacha over Genshin and even HSR. This would leave Wuthering Waves being the top-grossing gacha of all time. But I don't believe this to be the case, nor does it have to be the case. Believe me when I say, I would love to see Wuthering Waves dominate over the gacha space for the long term, as long and as dominantly as Hoyoverse's games did for a long time. But because of all of the business moves Hoyoverse pulled after capitalizing off of that very important COVID-19 situation, as well as having a fan base who refuse to leave the game no matter how bad it gets, for a variety of reasons, to content creators feeling forced to make overwhelming amounts of positive or abundant content down to their own fan bases, Genshin will unfortunately continue to thrive regardless of the updates or lack of quality of life. This does not mean Wuthering Waves is doomed to failure. Remember everyone, when Wuthering Waves releases, there will be problems. When people come to play the game, they will complain about it. When people from Genshin Impact or other gachas come to play the game, they will complain about a variety of different things, ranging from this is too difficult, or this isn't hard enough, or this is too different from Genshin for me to like, to this is too similar to Genshin for me to like. No matter what, because of Genshin's existence, Wuthering Waves will be overly scrutinized, and I fear this will hurt the game. But I do believe that it will get better. It will find its place very well amongst the gacha scene. It will be able to do its job and keep a good enough dedicated fan base for us to get great updates, good events, and hopefully a remainder of good communication between community and company. Now, I want you to tell me what you think. Do you believe Wuthering Waves has to be better than Genshin success-wise? Do you believe that it has to be the best gacha? And finally, do you share the same personal sentiment that Wuthering Waves is an already far better game than Genshin Impact? Let me know in the comments below, and remember everyone, I want you all to take care, and peace.